Well, hello again from the White Hart Hotel in Lewes, Keith Hayes, Mirador Television. This is going to be a bits and bobs for this last 20 minutes or so, because I am taking delivery of a scooter this morning. I suffer from Parkinson's and I find it difficult to get around. And so the people at Parkinson's have helped me get hold of a scooter. I'm taking delivery today. And so soon I'll be barreling around the town, beating it up. Oh, how wonderful. How wonderful indeed. But let's just see what we can achieve in this last few minutes, shall we? Why not? First of all, who are we? Well, Mirador Television, out of the White Hart Hotel in Lewes, each morning at 8:30 until 11 o'clock. Not quite 11 this morning because, as I just said, I'm going to take delivery of the scooter. Oh, how wonderful. I can't wait. I'll probably bugger it up, crash it within 5 seconds, but still, it's an exciting day to see what goes on. Of course, everybody's got a scooter nowadays. It's not just me who's getting it, but let me just remind you about our food tip for the week.
Mirador's food tip of the week: hot buttered toast. Have we forgotten how wonderful simple hot buttered toast can be? Ingredients simple: bread and butter. Hot buttered toast. Mirador's food tip of the week. Try it.
Well, there we are. Hot buttered toast. Go away. And now, one of the things that bitterly complained about by citizens to ourselves a little is that New Haven is a forgotten town. Yes, we all go there to get on the ferry, and we do all sorts of things, but actually, it is a coming town, and it's a lively town. And let's just take a look at it. New Haven. I lived there for a couple of months, 2 summers ago, and I got to know it a little bit, and I rather liked it. So my view is that a lot of money is wasted on environmentally friendly stuff. Is what has been done with government money in Central and Eastern Europe, the old communist countries, to restore the old towns has been phenomenal. They are great tourist traps. And even though the circular road, what do you call it, the bypass road around New Haven, cut off the town and made it a miserable little place, it has now really acted as a walled city. And the potential for New Haven is great. The trouble is, of course, we don't have any imagination amongst our politicians, so they tinker at the edges and they spend $1 million here and $1 million there. Now, the waterfront is different. That really is coming alive, and it's well worthwhile going along it. But the town itself, the center of the town, could be so exciting. It could be so exciting, and I've talked to actual planners about this, and they agree. But you can't get past the politicians, can you? No, you can't. Or the planners that work for it's heartbreaking. Anyway, that's another fight to be fought on another day, and today is just a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Now, I'm going to be sorry. I just told you that I'm going to get a scooter because I got Parkinson's. So let's put Parkinson's on the run, for God's sake. Yeah. Well, a bit of a truncated intro to this morning's. It's Sunday morning, you see, and my fingers are not used to a Sunday environment. I didn't get up until 7 o'clock this morning, but that doesn't mean to say that I'm not getting up at 5 o'clock to continue with Mirador Television from the White Hart Hotel. The reason that I've said that I'm getting up still early is because this is just about Parkinson's. And despite the fact I got Parkinson's, I still get up at 5:30, 5 o'clock, 5:30, and off I trot to do a day's work on television. And it's online television, Mirador Television. It comes out of Lewis, and that's where I'm broadcasting from. And it's a gorgeous Sunday morning, a wonderful Sunday morning. And there's a gentleman busy doing the garden outside. The birds are in heaven. There's a pussycat wandering around, and a gentle breeze. It's a very pleasant day, and I'm going to enjoy it. Despite the fact that I've got Parkinson's, what I do is I tell it to bugger off. And it's not helping me. At the moment, I am shuffling like an old man. And as I think I reported in my last note about Parkinson's, is a good friend looked at me in the eye and said, "Shuffle like an old man. You are an old man." And indeed, I suppose I am. But I refuse to let Parkinson's get me down. And it frightens so many people. But in many ways, one of the things that you can do to fight Parkinson's, if you do have it, is to be positive about it, to tell it that it is not going to affect you. Yes, it stopped me walking, more or less. I shuffle. My back aches. I can't stand for any length of time. And in fact, on Tuesday of this week, I'm going to take a receipt of a scooter so I can go and beat up the roads and the lanes and the pavements around about Lewis at all of 8 miles per hour. But that's going to make all the difference to me, and it'll open up a whole new area of possibilities. But that doesn't mean to say that I will lose my positive approach. I will try to walk wherever I can. I will try to perform normal type of life and to keep going and do my television stuff and so on. Sometimes I'm quite funny first thing in the morning because I do lose my train of thought. Parkinson's does that a bit to you. I'm not suffering from dementia. I'm not suffering from even amnesia. I'm not suffering from any of those things. But age and the combination of Parky does actually take away a bit of your quality of life. I've always prided myself on being fairly articulate, having a reasonable command of the English language, and sometimes it imposes on that, and that really does piss me off. But nonetheless, I still tell it to get lost. A lot of top-notch people have Parkinson's. It's not to be afraid of. I actually we had a little reception for the coronation in the White Hart Hotel in Lewes, and amongst the guests was a friend of mine who's just recently found out that she's got Parkinson's, and it bothered her for the longest time. But she is now beginning to adopt a positive attitude, and she is beginning to say to it, "Hey, you're not going to get me." And that's what I do. I say, "Hey, you're not going to get me." And I'm happy to say that an old colleague, Jeremy Paxman, and some of his other established and well-known people, far better known than me, have started a blog designed to help people who have got Parkinson's. This isn't designed to help anybody, really, other than let me sound off about it. It is not going to get me. I am going to fight it to the bitter end. I'm 83 now. And so how much longer have I got? Who knows? Who knows? I feel sprightly today. I might fall off my scooter tomorrow. No, I'm not going to go and drink drive. But whatever I do, I will maintain my positive attitude. And that positive attitude does depend to some extent upon looking fairly regularly at the advances that are made in Parkinson's research. As I said before, it tends to be lost amongst the appeals for all sorts of other charities and research organizations, particularly cancer, and perhaps that's rightly so, and partly because Parkinson's tends to strike later in life. Not exclusively so. There are some young people who have it, but it does tend to strike later in life, and as a consequence, it doesn't get the same attention that some of the things for children and animals and so on gets. But that doesn't mean to say that we must give in to it. No, indeed. We must not give in to it. So this is not an appeal, although by all means send a few bob to Parkinson's. They continue to try to find new ways of beating it. I take about 5 pills, and I hate it. Oh, dear. And at 5:30 in the morning, taking a pill that you don't like isn't particularly a great thing to do. But nonetheless, what I would like to say to people is, look, understand Parkinson's. I'm lucky. I don't do this. Some people are uncontrollable. I had a friend in London who was like that. It varies on how it hits people. But try to be as understanding as you can, particularly if it's a motor bit that goes. When I shuffle, I have to say to friends, "Hey, slow down. I can't go as fast as you along the high street." Most of them are pretty good about it. The odd one strides on and leaves me trailing in the wake. But generally speaking, we need to be positive. We need to have a go at this and see if we can actually beat it into the ground, because it's a nasty, vicious disease. And it strikes without you even knowing it. And that's the nasty bit. Anyway, let's end on a nice positive note. We are very much into the broadcasting on a Sunday morning, just about Parkinson's. I'm going to get dressed in a minute. I'm going to go for a pint at lunchtime with a good friend of mine, a political friend, and we tear everything apart and put it back together again and have great fun doing so. So until I decide to get up again and do a nice little rant about Parkinson's, toodle pip. Toodle pip. Well, the picture decided to break up just towards the end there. Sorry about that, but nonetheless, it is time for me to go because I'm bailing out a little early today. On Mirador tomorrow, Suzanne Mouchot checks in from New York. The very lively, sprightly Suzanne, who zips around not only the United States but the world, and with that bubbly personality, lets us know what's going on. We've got John Henty coming back at 11 o'clock. Is a welcome return to television in this area. And we also have got Stuart Dolby. And I put up a thing on next door to say just simply a question is innocuous enough, is who knows this man? Well, Stuart has got 1.4 thousand hits on people that at least recognize the question, if not recognize the man. And he will be back with Energy Matters, but also taking an analysis of the North Street quarter forward, a controversial issue and one that we all need to take a look at. So that's on Mirador tomorrow, a full morning, and we look forward to seeing you. Until then, this is me bailing out a little early to go and see whether, in fact, I have got a new scooter. Till tomorrow, toodle pip, Keith Hayes.